Hello, welcome, good morning, bienvenue, jumbo. I think those are all pretty much greetings, right? I want to say, yeah? Okay, sure, let's go with that. Those are all pretty much greetings. Hi, I'm Antonio Pomaris, and this is the Hungry Bleak podcast. Um, First off, thank you for listening or watching, whether you're doing it live on YouTube, whether you're doing it on Twitch. Hello, Twitch. I will be on later tonight on Twitch, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Godfall Fridays. I'll be streaming Godfall for an hour or two. Um, yeah, I just these last couple weeks have a lot's been going on in the news. A couple of things I'm actually going to touch on in between some of this geek culture stuff that I'll be talking about, obviously. But it's just been a very news heavy week, national. A couple of local, there's more national stuff. Uh, Starting to cool down. Yesterday was actually the first official day of fall. It's very nice. If you know me, you know that means I'm ready to polish off my hoodies. Nobody polishes hoodies. Nobody dusts them off. Why would they be dusty? I'll wash all my hoodies and sweatpants just to make sure that they're extra fresh and clean because I'm so ready for it. And the humidity will be leaving, which is great. Friday wasn't that bad. Excuse me, on Thursday. Thursday wasn't that bad of it was a humid light kind of day, still kind of hot, a little swampy in the crack area, but not as much. So, yeah, a little light. So that's fine. All right. So I want to talk to you about a couple of things as far as Kickstarters. As I told you before last time, Kickstarters are great. The crowdfunding, you're able to get a lot of different things through the different tiers that you go through. There are a couple that are live now that I want to just throw at you real quick. Also, this first one kind of coincides with the t-shirt that I have on. First one is Concrete Comics. They have Odina or Adina. I hope I'm saying it right either way. Which is their Kickstarter is live right now. This is Adina number 3, I want to say. I think I have number 1, so I'm going to kick in for this one so I can get the newest one, number 3, and the second one. I think I have to double check. I'm part of so many damn Kickstarters and so many comic book shops getting stuff. What happened? There's some that I even forgot that I was getting, and stuff comes in the mail and I don't realize it, which is fine because it's like a holiday. Hey, look, surprise! Look what's in the mail. Awesome. That's how the shirt came up. I know I was getting the shirt, but I didn't realize the time frame. Then it popped up. There it was. Awesome. Yeah. So their Kickstarters, as always, I have the links in the episode description, so you can go click on the link, see what's going on, or copy and paste, whichever way you want to do it. It's there for you to check out. We also have Stranger Comics, Niobe and Dora Wrath of the Ancient. This is number 1. Stranger Comics just does it. They are like the like who you look to, like for Kickstarters. I mean, there are a lot of great people that are doing Kickstarters, stuff like that. They get funded within an hour. Some of them. Stranger Comics has been doing it for such a long time. They have it down to a science, and they are incredible with it. I don't know if they're going to be at New York Comic Con this year, but I miss their booth. They have the best booth there. Sebastian, who is like the man of Stranger Comics, is just an incredible guy. Just has this great aura and everything that he just does. The way he speaks to you, the way he talks about the comics, the way he, you know, lets you know which one to go with, which is this, which is the first, which is second. It's beautifully done. Also, that link is in the description as well. So go and check them out, please. And while you're there, surf around, go through the site. They have everything kind of tabbed between comics, art, literature, events. Like they have a lot of different crowdsourcing things going on there. So check them out. Go, like I said, you can even put the app right on your mother box here, or your tablet, or your, whatever it is that you have, iPad, whatever. You can go through with it. Can I talk to you for a second? It's Friday. You know what it means. It's Wellness Check Friday. It's that time of year like I said, September is, I believe, National Suicide Awareness Month. And I think it's put on September because it's just before fall, and fall is when people really start to feel down, depressed because of lack of sun. You're in, it's colder, nobody's going out as much, there's not as much going on. And with us still being inside for a lot of things, it can get to you. It can be very stifling. So I want to make sure. Drinking your water. Are you okay? Did you take your meds? Did you get some exercise this morning? Did you get a little bit of sun? I'm not saying you got to lay out there for 8 hours. No. Did you get a little bit of sun? On a deeper note, also, I want to say, like I said, this is going to be a tough time. If you or someone you know is struggling with whatever is going on in their life, whatever the reasons are, people who harm themselves is not just about their mental illness. It can be other factors that weigh into it. So what I'm going to do is at the bottom of the screen, I am going to put National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. You go on there, you get the number. They actually excuse me. They actually even have a chat option also for you. These are people who their purpose is to make sure that you are okay, that you are safe, that you feel well, and to give you the steps to take to you being the best you that you can be. A lot of us have been at that point where we've wanted to do something. Maybe we did, maybe we haven't. There have been attempts, whatever. No judgment. Life comes at you different ways. Do whatever you can to be the best you that you can be. Please. There are people that care for you. If you cannot go to your family or your loved ones, go to a professional. Call, and they will talk to you. They will get you squared away, or at least they will get you at the starting block for you to take the steps to get squared away so you can be 5x5. This will not be the first time that I mention this to you, and it will not be the last. Please take those steps. It's important. Okay? We're here. We care. All right, so switching gears a la Michael Cole. We're going to there are a couple of comics that came out. I want to kind of run through a bit to let you know what's out there, the new ones that hit me personally. There is Joystick Angels. This is from Ray Comics. We talked about this actually on Fandom Initiative this past summer. Yeah, this past summer. We talked about it there, myself and my Fandom Initiative partner, Michael. This is from Ray Comics. This is, think of, if you are old enough to remember this movie, The Last Starfighter, and make it more of a group. You have a group of young people who are these fighter pilots in space, and they're fighting up against insurmountable odds. Issue 1 is out. You can get on the website. I have the link in the description as well. I think it's just the print. I don't think they have the digital available just yet. But double check, they may have updated it. Last I saw was just the print. They had the variant print as well, which was like a wraparound cover. It looked really nice. So go check this out. Beautifully done. Absolutely love it. And it's it's more upbeat, more tempo, brighter colors, everything. It's just one of those comics where you're just going to have a damn good time with it. So yeah, go check them out, please. Rika, and while you're there, actually check out Aquaman, which is awesome. There's also a soundtrack to Joystick Angels, which I think is a really cool thing to do. That's awesome. I don't see that very much. The last thing I can think of that did that was Phantom of the Scam. Like I said, they had like you would scan the QWERTY code in each issue, and there would be a song, and the songs are actually they actually fit. They actually add more of an atmosphere to it, more of a haunting feel to it. I like that. I'm down with it. Anything you can get that heightens the experience of the comic and the story and the whole vibe of it, I'm totally down with it. Go get it. Do it. The next one is, excuse me. The next one is He Who Fights with Monsters. This is number 1. This is from Ablaze Publishing. I don't think I've read too much from Ablaze Publishing. I think this might be the first or the second comic. I think I have to actually check. This is during World War II. There is a Jewish doctor who is trying to find ways to treat patients and not get caught. So he's actually masquerading as another doctor, one of his colleagues, and he has a few people hidden. So he's able to help them, treat them, but also get out. And when he goes out, he brings back food. He brings back little things to help them to just to be able to sustain life. And he goes to one patient. The patient's asking, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? This can't last forever. It's a very sickly old man. And he says, well, you know about the golem. If you don't know about golem, I know very surface material about the golem. Or is it golem? I think it might be actually pronounced golem. I think. The golem is this huge clay figure that they would put a word in Hebrew on a forehead, I want to say, or it was a piece of paper in a mouth. I'm trying to remember. And it would be the enforcer. So the story starts out with the old man telling the doctor about this golem and where the clay is. And if he gets the clay and if he actually does the ceremony, they'll have a protector. So the doctor's weighing the odds of whether he's going to do it or not. This is issue 1. I like it. I like anything, again, that has to do with like a mythology or supernatural, especially during like World War II. And these people who are under this tyrannical foot, jackboot, if you will, just being these survivors and trying to figure out ways to get from underneath this tyrannical reign of terror. So I like it. I see where it's going. I want to see what else is going to be in it, but I just love stories like this of them getting that comeuppance and going after their brutalizers. I love that. So last one I'm going to say for my picks for this week anyway, there are a plethora of comics that came out. Like a smorgasbord, a buffet. Yes, I'm hungry. Of comics. This one, Aquaman, The Becoming, number 1. This is going to be a 6-issue miniseries. Absolute jeez. Wow. Yeah. Get this. This actually goes back from DC Future State Aquaman story from that, whereas Jackson Hyde is now the Aquaman, and he's in Amnesty Bay, and he is young man, and he's training with Arthur to be the new Aquaman and to do everything that he can to be the best. I freaking love this. Holy cow. I think I bought maybe one Aquaman comic as far as Arthur. I never really got down. When Jason Momoa was cast as Aquaman for Justice League, I was like, oh, bet I'm in this. I want to see this. What's going on? I'm happy. But they never made Aquaman a person of color in the comics, so I still didn't read it. They gave him some of the tattoos that he has in the movie, but it don't make him a person of color. I was always drawn more to Namor because I always saw him as being a person of color, Asian. Always saw him as being Asian. But they're actually casting. They actually cast, I believe he's Mexican, which I'm down for also. That I didn't see that coming at all, and I dig that. I vibe with that. I want to see where that flow is going to go. I just want Namor in the movie. But this is great because we get to see Jackson as a new Aquaman, and it showcases him, his powers, his relationship with his mother, and also him meeting this new cute boy as he's ordering food for him and his mother. This is awesome. I like this. I also love the fact that a couple weeks before this, we got the Black Manta comic, which is Black Manta is Jackson Hyde's father. I love this. I want more black people underwater doing adventure stuff, being heroes. I love it. I love the idea of having black Atlanteans. It just makes sense to me, honestly. Um, it just it's just cool as hell to me. So yeah, I'm all about this. Brandon Thomas again. I mean, Brandon Thomas just does magic. I mean, Excellence came back, and I was like, my head was buzzing. I'm really digging DC's comics lately because of the creative teams that they're getting, and I love where they're going with their comics. I love these miniseries, these 6 issue like stories. I like that. If they do a longer arc, great. If they choose to just make it 6, I'm cool with that too. I love it. It's just awesome to see these creators that I really love and enjoy doing this thing. I mean, Stephanie Williams is going to be doing Nubia and the Amazons. You can't tell me not to get this comic. I'm all about it. I absolutely love it. It's awesome. Um, Farrah Ramsey on Twitch. Yes, I of course I'm hungry. Of course, yes. That's that that's the gimmick. That's the whole gimmick, man. Yeah, no, I am definitely hungry. I didn't really sleep last night. Tired. I'm hungry. I had a great breakfast this morning, but I can always eat some more. Bet. Oh, check this. Check out Pharaoh Ramsey. He is now chosen on Destiny. This awesome. He got me back into Destiny 2, and now I'm playing it. I love it. One of the best. Um, it's just his love, and he knows the lore. He's in there. He loves it. One to watch. Pharaoh Ramsey. One to watch. If you're on Twitch, go and subscribe to him. You're going to enjoy. You are definitely going to enjoy what you see there. He's going to give you a lesson on the Guardians and everything. I mean, he makes me want to start in the first game at level 1 all over again, beat it, and then go to Destiny 2 all over again. I love it. I think I might actually do Destiny 2 with a warlock, because I have a warlock. I have a black a female warlock. Just have it, but we'll get to that. Um, yeah, so that I just love that comic. It's awesome. I loved it. I'm excited for more. Yeah, bring it, bring it. All right. So our it's Friday flashback. Flashback Friday pick is Dayman. This is from Boom Studios. This is the story of who watches over everything while vampires are sleeping. They have these guardians. Like every family or clan has like a dayman, someone who does all their activities during the day, protects them, takes care of their financial interests, everything like that. They do the things that the vampires can't do during the day. They're specially trained. Uh, this was awesome. This was, I believe, 6 or 8 issues. This was actually, I believe, Brian Stelfreeze's return to sequential art also. So yeah, once I saw that, I was definitely on board with it. I had to. This is maybe, God, this is maybe 6. No, this is going to be older now. This might be maybe 6, maybe 7 years old. But damn, so good, so good, so good. So check this out, please. Dayman, you can find it anywhere. You can find it in trading. You might be able to find it single issues, maybe. I don't know. Try it out. Farmsy, you doing God Hammer Tight? Godfall, brother. But I will be dropping a hammer on somebody with them big hammers. Yes, I will be doing a Godfall Friday tonight, around 10 o'clock. I'll be doing it. I might just go for an hour just because I'm completely, um, what's the term that they use over in England? I love this term. Completely knackered by it. Yeah, I'm tired. Um, I just couldn't sleep last night. Horrible. But yes, I definitely will be doing Godfall tonight for about an hour or so. I have to find another night where I can do Destiny, because I've been doing Gambit on Destiny and loving it, leveling up, doing my thing, just having fun with it too, man. I absolutely love it. So that's it for the comics that I am recommending. So here we go. Geeking on a budget. Gotta tell you, there's always a way. So geeking on a budget, this is another one. Comic swaps. Some comic book shops will have comic swaps. They'll announce a day and you'll actually go, you'll bring in your comics and you can swap with people. I think this is awesome. This also goes back to being a part of comic book shops newsletters, not just so you know about sales, but so you also know about comic swaps. Because you can go there, you can swap comics. You might be able to find a comic you've been looking for that somebody else is bringing in that they might have two of by accident. You might find a comic that is just really good and fun and enjoyable, man. That's it. You might be able to complete a set of comics that you have. Either way, go and check it out. And you'll find people that have the same interests as you. Social distance, social distancing, be careful, be safe, wash your hands, hand sanitizer, mask up, mask up. Yeah, they're just awesome. I know, and some shops, I'll even put this in there. Some shops, excuse me, some shops will even buy your comics, depending on the quality and such like that. And I guess the market value and everything like that, they'll buy comics. So that is almost geeking in the budget in reverse because they're putting money in your pocket. Or it might even be store credit. I don't know. Ask your local comic book shop for details. See if they've got anything going on. And while you're there, support that shop. Okay? All right? Go in there. Do it. Have fun and be safe with it. Okay? I think I might actually want to try. I know Anyone Comics does it. I'm going to have to check around for my other comic shops. I don't see them posting anything about it, but I'm interested now. I want to see who else does it. That's cool. Are my nostrils really that uneven? Holy cow, that's horrible. Anyway, I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for comics. I do want to say with Kickstarters, any Kickstarters that you do see that I have not recommended, because they're Kickstarters that I have done multiple like pledges with them and they've always been good. Do research. Do research on the people that you're donating money to because some are predatory. Some you might find out the creators are just problematic and horrible people, but do research on them. Hell, do research on the ones that I've recommended. Maybe I don't know something. I don't know, what have you. But I do trust the people that I give my money to because I've done it multiple times. I've learned to research people more and go, yeah, no, I'm not doing this with them anymore. Um, and I definitely don't want to see anyone get cheated and get bamboozled by anything. It sucks to have your money taken. It definitely sucks. All right. So on that note, all right. Remember how I talked about in the beginning of the episode how it's been a rough couple of weeks? It has. So there was a woman that was missing for a while, Gabby Petito. Hope I'm pronouncing her name properly. Unfortunately, she's dead. My condolences go out to her and her family and her loved ones. It is a horrible thing to have someone taken from you in that way. But I want to talk about the media and law enforcement that hasn't been involved with these things. When a white woman is missing, listen to my words that I use to. I choose my words very carefully. I use them even more carefully. When a white woman is missing, it's immediately out there. It's immediately we've got to find her. We got to put them out on the news. We got to find her. 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 When it is a black woman or a woman of color, you hear barely anything, nothing. Now I know this doesn't actually go to the geek culture and such like that, but it affects the people in the geek community, particularly black and brown, all the other shades of color. But to get back to it, they couldn't care. Because if you miss something, like for something or someone to be missed or missing, you have to care or even know that they exist. The media does not care, and they do not know. So they can't miss you. There go. They don't consider you missing because you don't exist to them. Do you remember a few years ago there was a police officer, Oklahoma city officer, Daniel Holtzclaw? He was convicted for 263 years for sexual assault, sodomy against black women. He said that he did this because in the areas that he went to abduct these women, he knew no one would care because they were in impoverished, aka poor neighborhoods, and the women had histories of drug abuse and prostitution. The cops even know. And it's horrible to even see that. That's how he knew who to go after, who he knew to prey on. He is a predator. Same thing that happens with the black and women of color that are abducted and trafficked now. It's not just sad and disappointing, but it pisses me the fuck off. But I am sad because they're messed. And now all of a sudden you start seeing more and more of the news. Like I was watching news earlier and started showing, they showed a black woman that was missing and they showed a young Asian woman that was missing. I was like, damn. Never. The young Asian woman, I believe, has been missing for 3 months. Never saw her on the news before. Never. She's from Jersey. I usually watch more local news than national news just because it's my area. I want to know what's going on. During the pandemic, there's been a spike in missing black and Hispanic women and indigenous women. Good Lord. First off, most of America, most of people don't even believe indigenous people exist. They think of them as like a myth because they never see them. Well, that's what happens when colonizers, let's say for better lack of a term, colonizers, conquistadors and such like that, go to a place and slaughter a race of people. You tend not to see a lot of them around too much, especially when you take their land and then you tell them, well, you can have this plot of land even though all this land is yours. Amazing. But there's been a spike in that during the pandemic. It's horrible. It's wretched what is happening to black women and black girls and young girls of color and women of color. We have to be more aware and be more protective of our women. I'm going to say this plainly as possible. We have to protect, we have to keep an eye out, we have to look, we have to be aware and cognizant of what is happening with them. Now, I'm not saying to, be all in someone's, if there's someone on the corner, like, waiting for a bus or cab, what have you, not to be in all their business. But if you see something that doesn't look right, say something, what have you, do something to protect that person. If you see a white van going back and forth 4 times and they're only looking and they're only going past her, say something, do something. In your neighborhood, again, I'm not saying got to be in everybody's business. But just be on the lookout. Make sure your neighborhood is good, your street is good, your block is good, your hood is good, your house is good. It's no longer am I my brother's keeper. It's no longer am I my sister's keeper. Am I my people's keeper? It's a young black man who was found recently who had been missing. He was found dead. We have to, because the media does not care. We have to care. We have to be on the lookout. We have to make sure. If you are out and someone asks you, the people that you're with, your friends, your loved ones, what have you, and they ask you, hey, text me when you get home. I know it seems like a silly thing, what have you. I do it with a friend of mine. We've been doing it for years. And just text them and say, hey, got home safe. Are y'all home? Cool. When I go to New York, she would text me and say, are you home yet? I'm like, no, I'm on a train. No matter what time it is, if I get home, I used to get home like around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I would get home and she would, all of a sudden I get a text, are you home yet? I'm like, yeah, I'm home. She's like, okay, you text me. Or if I didn't text her and she was, knocked out, dead asleep, she would, the next morning, did you get home? I'm like, yeah, I got home. I'm sorry. She's like, I want you to text me. I do the same thing to her. Let people know that you got home safe so they can go, okay, cool. Because they care, they want you here, they love you. Don't want to see any more hashtags. I don't want to see any more missing posters. I don't want to see anymore. I don't want to see any more age progression pictures because a child is gone and they've been gone for so long that we don't know what they look like right now. I don't want to see that anymore. I don't. And it's important that we do this. People are being taken and trafficked, or they're being taken and killed, and it's horrible and it's ugly, and we've got to do more. The media is not going to do it. They're not going to. They don't care. They're showing that they don't care. Hell, there was evidence. Daniel knew. He knew. Hey, I know who to go after. So please, let's just take care of each other. I got your back. You got mine. Us against the world. You know what? White people, if you've got black friends or the people of color friends, use your privilege. If something is going on, use your privilege to help. Use your privilege. Oh, I don't have privilege. Yes, you do. You are white. That's your privilege. That is your superpower that you were born with. You are white, and the media cares what you have to say. The cops care what you have to say. It's been too much. It's not talked about. And I figure I took this bit of time on my platform, which I have a small platform, I admit, but I do appreciate people who do listen and such. Every so often I come out and I say something um, angrily, usually, or very sadly. And this is one of those topics. No one should be abducted like this. Shouldn't happen. And it's horrible to see what Gabby's family has to go through now. It's horrendous. And it's horrible to see how the media doesn't care about all these other women in that area that it was happening to. What happened to Gabby shouldn't have happened, and what happens to these thousands, tens of thousands of black women and women of color and children should not be happening either. It shouldn't. But what do I know? That's just my bleak perspective. You know what? I'm not going to have the Capri Sun. Not right now. So on that note, folks, I'm going to say thank you for listening. Hopefully, we can get things better. Just because it's a pandemic doesn't mean that we just lose track. Let people know what's going on with you. Be safe. Yeah. Sorry to end on such a somber note and stuff like that, but it hit me so much because y'all know I'll randomly just say thank you, Black women, on this show. What did Black women do? Do you have a week for me to tell you everything they've done? But I had to say something because I think about it. And I'm like, I know when my friend, when she doesn't text me, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm like, yo, when I was in the hospital, she went to New York for something. And I was texting her and I was like, where you at? Where you at? And she was like, you're in the hospital. I was hooked up to oxygen. Wires all in my arms. I can't sleep. I can't breathe. My kidneys are like, no mas. They're done. And I was still worried about her. And she was like, just try and get some rest. I was like, let me know when you get home. She did. We've got to protect in whatever way we can. If you see something, say something and protect that other person. Because there's still a human being on this planet. You know what I mean? So protect that person. Protect that young girl. Protect that young boy. Protect that grown-ass woman that just went grocery shopping and someone's trying to snatch her in the parking lot. Protect that grown-ass man that just got hit in the head and they're hauling him and they're trying to take him somewhere. Protect that person, please. All right? So first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who is listening, watching, subscribing, sharing. Please, are you with me is not just a phrase I thought of, but it's really me saying, are you with me? Are you with me? If you're not with me, go and subscribe so you can get these notifications, like video, share a video, or the audio if you're listening. Give me a rating, anything, any type of feedback that lets me know how I'm doing. I appreciate it. Just a couple of show notes tonight. As Pharaoh Ramsey said, I will be streaming tonight on Twitch. I will be doing Godfall, an hour, 2 hours. I'll just be doing my thing on there, having fun and enjoying it, trying to relieve some stress. Also, New York Comic Con is in 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks from yesterday. So in 2 weeks, what I will be doing is I will be doing nightly shows at probably 10 o'clock. I'll be doing nightly shows for about half an hour. Maybe I have maybe I have some guests, maybe I won't, I don't know, what have you. And we'll be talking about what happened that day at New York Comic Con. I will not be at New York Comic Con, but I'll be watching the feeds and seeing what's going on and panels and stuff like that and taking in all the news to see what's going on. And we'll have discussions about it at the end of the night and just giving run-throughs of what happened and some of the things that went on. All right. Also, if you would be so kind, if you would like to, if you go to my Anchor, my Linktree link is in the bio of the show, also on my Instagram, The Hungry Bleak. If you would like, go to my Anchor page, and if you are so inclined, you have a couple of extra ducats, shillings, doubloons, kugarans, coins, nickels, I don't know, whatever you got, and you'd like to donate to the show, feel more than free to. It helps me to keep the lights on and the mic hot. I appreciate anything that you do. If you can, that's cool, fine, what have you. Then just share it. Just share the show. Share the show wherever you want. Seriously, if you like it and supportive, and you're supportive, please do. Just because I really enjoy doing this. Today was not the day to make everyone laugh. I truly, know that, but I had to talk about that and say something about that, about these abductions, and also about, mental health and this time of year. So this was kind of a somber show, but I meant every word that I said because I care. All right. So thank you. So on that note, I'm going to quote one of my favorites and say, ladies and gentlemen, that is the news, and I am out of here. Thank you, Dennis Miller. You all have a very good day. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. Do the best you can with what you got, because it's all that you get. And eat something tasty. And get home safe. All right. Peace. No awkward dancing today, folks. Well, maybe a little shoulder shake, just to give you a little taste. Just a little taste. Just a little taste. Just a little taste.